Hey guys, quick little shave tonight. Going to feature a new soap brand to me, Shannon's Soaps, or Shannon's Soaps Limited. And this, of course, is their Barbershop. Have these little rivets with the name on the side. That's pretty cool if you've got a stack of soaps. And here's what it looks like inside. It is a used puck. Smells like a pretty good barbershop combination of maybe some orange notes and then some florals. The Nacet is what we're going to be using today. And last shave we topped off a 10 marker right there, so that means 170 shaves. And we're going to figure out where else I can put some dots. So we'll figure something out when it comes time at the end of this one. The razor is going to be the same one yesterday. This timeless 68 open comb is handling the Nacet really well and giving me a good close shave even with such an old blade. Normally this razor is a little too aggressive for me, but because of the older, smoother blade, it's great. The brush we're going to use is a boar, getting back to some of my boars that I've been cycling through lately. This is the B10 from Zenith. I have dremeled down a couple of these little waistline ridges here that I found kind of uncomfortable. So it looks a little strange. And I think we're ready to go. So let us, kind of as a pre-shave, get a little water on my face. I've not had 24 hours of growth yet, so this is going to be a shorty. And now we can do a 30-second load. That's my normal load for soaps that I haven't benchmarked yet. Shake out most of the water. And then here we go. 25 is going to roll around right there. So we'll go to 55. Just medium pressure. That's what I do. You can change things. If you press harder, you might be able to go with just a 20-second load or something like that. Press lighter, maybe go for longer. Whatever you want. 2 more seconds, and there we go. Since it was a fairly dry brush, the soap stayed pretty creamy. Pretty dry, relatively speaking. You know, it's not dripping wet or anything like that. Alright, so then I am gonna, this one's not bad at all, so I'm just gonna wipe this one out with the towel. So Shannon's Soaps. I've heard good things about it. We'll give it a shot. And I believe that we can just go ahead, just start mixing. Get the paste going, and then start adding water. Of course, you can come at the soap when it comes time to load. When it came time to load, I could have had more water in the brush. That's enough, and then I would have had more water in here. So sometimes that can be a shortcut for you. It's something to play around with. I like this brush. It's got a good soft feel. The backbone is not strong, and so but it's strong enough to keep, not let it splay too much, doesn't let it flop around. In my opinion, it's definitely not a floppy brush, but it keeps those tips on your face to enjoy a nice massagey feel. No scritch or scratch or anything like that. This is its 16th use, and it was one of my early favorites. I went ahead and just shot 1.5 teaspoons of water in there. Because I just figured most soaps do need more than that. So I just decided to try kind of a shortcut method. Get to a lather a little faster. Now this one had a lot of oils and things in terms of ingredients. Freeze frame if you want. It does have butters of tallow, kokum, avocado, cocoa, shea, oils, lanolin, coconut oil, vitamin E. So a lot of butters and oils. So I bet it's got good post-shave properties. I don't really know. See, I don't have a lot of quantity right here. I feel like it's plenty to do the job. Let's just take a feel. Ooh, it's kind of light. Wow, there's not much to it. I wonder if all those oils and butters are... No, actually, I've worked it into my skin now, and I can feel that it's laying down a slick layer on my skin. This is weird, so I'm going to go ahead and use it, and then who knows, maybe I will have to add some more water, or maybe go back to the puck to get some more soap. We'll just see. At first it felt very thin, but then as the ingredients, I guess, worked their way into my skin, I could feel the kind of a built-in slickness start to come. And it did feel like it was kind of going to be have some secondary slickness and that sort of thing. All right, more water on my face. And then we'll just start. Lukewarm water, hard water as usual. I can smell it as I'm working, which is nice. It feels very watered down. I don't know whether I forgot to kind of relieve my goatee of its water, but just get some more lather and see what happens. Got a nice scent. Kind of thin, not creamy at all. Let's just spend a little bit more in the soap here. See what happens. See if we can change the consistency here. Yeah, it's definitely better. Yeah, there we go. Got a little bit more water. Let's see how that does. Looks like maybe this soap just requires a little bit more loading. For this brush at least. Maybe a big old Badger with more tips or something like that would be able to do it in 30 seconds. Does depend on the brush sometimes. All right. Don't feel quite as protected as with maybe some of the recent soaps I've used, but I think it's doing the job. more razor feel today than the last shave, for sure. Don't think it's protecting quite as much. What did I use last? Oh, Mickey Lee. Yeah. Mickey Lee doesn't really have as creamy of an appearance of lather as this, but the protection seems to be vastly different and better. So I did get this soap used, so I don't know exactly when it was made. Come on now, I can't afford to lose any lather. My bowl's almost empty. Kind of dumped it all on the first pass. Just have to rely on what's in the brush, like face latherers do. Quickly switch to the painting motion. Don't need to do any more scrubbing. And there we go. Cross grain now for the second pass. Yeah, definitely more blade feel today. I assume it's the soap. I don't think all of a sudden my blade would have changed so dramatically. Alright, and let's see if we can milk the last bit of lather from the bowl here. I don't feel that I usually get the way I kind of do my lather. Some guys squeeze out what's in their brush and kind of use that as their last pass. But a lot of times I don't think I end up with too much like that. But I did enough this time. All right. Third pass should be nice and uneventful with most of the hairs being taken care of already. All right, I think we're good. All right, we're done. It's a good quality shave. A nice, nice close cut in my problem area with no touch-up needed. Really happy with that. Since I often am using this blade, I will, after each shave, I loosen it up, run a jet of water through it. I hold the end so nothing turns, you know, the top cap or the blade or the base plate. None of them turn, and I give it a good shake. Get some droplets out of there. make sure that I have nice airflow in there between the top cap and the base plate and blade. And then I carefully put it up away from kids. And there we go. And we will wash out things. And it looks like maybe a little bit more than 1.5 teaspoons of water was used for that. So not very much. So with this particular soap, looks like I need to do more like a 45 second load. So that would be what I try next time. And then we'll see. Maybe try a different blade next time. Maybe a younger one, just to have it compare it with kind of more normal set of circumstances. But not bad, not bad. A good scent. 4 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. During the shave, it was kind of available, but it was light, pleasant. You could tell it was kind of the not a lot of the powder that is sometimes associated with a barbershop, which I'm happy with. Mainly fighting for dominance were the neroli, or maybe the bergamot, the orange zest kind of a scent, and some type of maybe floral, or who knows, maybe it was an orange blossom, something like that. My nose is not good enough to tell the difference between those. And there were some other little notes in there to help things out and make it more mature. So it was nice. I think it's a well-blended barbershop. I liked it. So I did have to go back to the puck, but very little is left in the bowl, and I did rinse the brush, so there's that. But so that's 171 on the docket, on the log, and I think we're good to clean up. Oh, let's see what post shave we have. I've got Seville aftershave splash from Barrister and Mann, and that could be a logical choice for a barbershop. Indeed, it's a very, very, very good barbershop that I like a lot. But today I've been eyeballing this post shave for a while, and so let's just use it. I'm sure it's similar enough with the citrus in it to where it will work very nicely with what I've already got. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of sting. Probably go away here in about 60 seconds. And I will start cleaning up. So this is what the Zenith brush looks like after I've kind of stropped it on a towel to dry it out some. It's opened up and very nice. It'll stay together if you want it to, but to dry I like to kind of open it up a little bit. Not too many of the tips have split, so it's just enjoyable to use even now. So looking forward to those to split as time goes by. It was comfortable and able to be used kind of as a normal brush within 2 or 3 uses. And with this one, along with many of the 6 other boars that I've brought up here, usually they get a 1 to 3 hour soak before each use. It kind of maybe help them break in a little quicker. And my Sterling, my Omega boars are being very reluctant to get comfortable, where many of these were on their 4th use. And so I'm glad I'm employing some type of minor break-in type accelerator. But I like this guy. And so now he's had 16 uses, and I think I think this is the last one to get 16. So we'll start rolling up on 17 now with the cycle. Last month in June, it was the Lather games, and I tried to use different brushes kind of all month, and so I was able to cycle through the boars only once, and some of them not at all, but maybe about half of them I was able to do. And so I'm going to get back on with that, because there's so many guys out there with badgers, and I love my badgers, don't get me wrong, but I'm finding it very interesting to watch these boars grow up, and they're enjoyable to use too. Synthetics right now are inexpensive, $15 for a Maggard synthetic and it's a great entry-level brush. To me, it has a little bit too much stiffness in the bristles, a little bit too much spring, even though the tips are crazy soft. But before that time, before there were these nice synthetics that we have out now, these inexpensive and nice synthetics, people basically, when they came into the industry, to the hobby, they probably stuck a lot of times with a boar brush, because they were inexpensive, and once you trained them up, once you broke them in, they're pretty comfy and did the job well. So I'm enjoying kind of jumping back a little bit and participating in that, enjoying those boars. Just a massagey feel, not quite that wall of fur that you get with a good badger, like a finest badger or something like that. All right, well, enjoying something that's coming out here in the C2 is a little bit of pepper, because probably the citrus that's in here is kind of agreeing with the scent that I've already got around on me, and I believe perhaps even my nose has been desensitized a little bit by the citrus of the Barbershop, since I've used it now for several minutes, a good many minutes, and so then it's not picking up on the citrus that's here, so it's noticing different notes. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's what's going on or not, but that's my guess. All right, I'll finish cleaning up, but I think we're all done. I think I've said happy things about all the items. A little bit more blade feel today, a little bit of scrapey. So I think it's just the soap maybe not protecting quite as much as my usual soaps. We'll give it a try some other time though. Nice scent. I'll keep it around. It's my only one of that brand, so I'll keep it around. All right. As usual, my lather bowl is a 3D printed bowl. Cool brush rest. I like to grab that and hold it when I'm mixing up my lather. Spirals. And no, I don't believe that these spirals in this direction actually help to bring the lather to the center. I just feel like they help to, make the lather just a little bit better. But if you find a bowl that's the right shape that you like, maybe the Dollar Tree or Walmart or something like that, then enjoy it. And don't fret too much about that. You don't have some type of agitator in there, but because it helps a little, but not a whole lot. What I really like, this intern lip keeps the lather from falling out. That's what I really enjoy. That's my top feature about this bowl. I mean, I like the other things like the brush rest. I like that a lot. And you know what? I like this center divot, reverse divot lump, this center lump, because sometimes I put my brush in it and I don't rest it here. It sits in here, but that lump, the brush kind of stops at the lump. And so it keeps it from just sinking down and getting lather all up in the handle and all that. So if you have a 3D printer or access to one, check out the link for the plans for this, the files in the text, the description of my video, and you can print one of these guys yourself. All right, well, there we go. I hope there was something here for you if you're interested in Shannon's soaps. Is there anything here? This is printed on the bottom. I don't know if this means anything, but if there is anything here that lets you date it to know whether it's current formulation or an old one, then there you go. But it's an all right soap. Give it another try later on. And there we go. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. You take care and good night.